Hey guys, so I'm doing a different trail today. I also got a backpack and I got my little water bottle. I put a first aid kit in there even though I haven't done the necessary things for it. But yeah, so I'm gonna do Route 66. But yeah, I don't know. I've wanted to do this trail. It's a different trail. It's a bit wider, but yeah, my sister kind of cautioned me on this trail of like, you know, potential like cougar or bear stuff. And she kind of mentioned that in the evening and mornings are kind of more the times when, at least for bears, when they show up. So, but yeah, it's in the afternoon, so I figured there'd be enough people around, and you know, like there's bikers doing little bike trails, stuff like that. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's like was it like 150? You check. It is 2:04. So I was off by like 10 minutes. But yeah, the reason I'm doing something different, I felt like I just needed to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I think this is going to be a way for me to do that. I definitely, you know, I enjoy these nature walks. I kind of want to do the right level of enjoyment of the nature walk, running around and doing stuff, while at the same time kind of, what's the word? You know, being safe enough. So I'm not really too sure about how this is going to turn out. We'll see. Now, one thing I've noticed, I don't know, I'm not sure, hold on. Okay, sorry. By the way, I'm using the 32, the ND 32 for this hike for the cover. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be fine. It just takes a while to adjust. But yeah, what I was gonna say is I'm not used to walking around with a backpack. I'm trying to see. It's like there has to be some like middle ground here. I don't like that feels like there's a lot of tension. Like it's like I'm like getting squeezed or something. I don't know. We'll see. Again, this is kind of like we're just doing a test here. So I don't know. I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about my hopes and dreams because, oh man, it's like I'm just having a hard time getting used to the backpack. Just as like sitting in a weird spot. It's like digging into my little, the sides of my chest a little bit. Oh, that's a cute little butterfly. Hi. There's a little butterfly back there. I don't know if you saw it, but anyway. Trail crew ahead, please be cautious. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they've been chopping all the excess foliage on the sides, which is nice. So, yeah. Okay, so I guess hopes and dreams. What do I want to talk about with the hopes and dreams? I think so. Something that really stuck with me last Friday, so a week ago, was this idea that what's the word? I need to be doing what I love, because doing what I love is what opens up everything for me. Basically, doing what I love will naturally generate the income I need to sustain myself. Like, there will be whatever it will look like, however it shows up. I need to be doing the things I love. If that's, the goal, right? Because at the end of the day, the thing that's kind of the most destabilizing is not having a source of income, knowing that I'm kind of on a clock. Yeah, it's like a 6-month to year clock, depending on how I use my next year of resources. But I'm just thinking about what really, at its core, do I love doing? And I think number one, I do love reading. I don't know if it's reading for reading's sake, or if it's reading because I want to explore, or if it's something else entirely. But regardless, I do get a sense of joy from reading. So that's something I'm going to have to keep in mind. And so that's like a pillar of joy for me, is reading. It feels like it's a way for me to explore worlds without actually being able to do that. Because obviously right now, there's really no way for me to do that. So reading's kind of the best option for exploration. Now, I will say that doesn't mean that I can't explore physical reality through like the travel. And based on how I've been able to operate when it comes to my like the travel that I've done so far, I like traveling. So, you know, we already knew this, but traveling's important. And it's interesting that traveling is one major thing that kept popping up in the reading with that person that I saw on last Friday. So, I don't know. I just think that those two things I know fit in with the grand scope of what I enjoy. I will say, I do love doing this. And what I mean by this is recording videos, talking about stuff, you know, like coming out here and seeing nice, interesting, like this is a great little area. Here, let me show you guys. I can't tell what you guys can see, but you know, this is a cool little spot. I really like over here. Oh yeah, this is cool. Here, let me show you guys this. Stuff like this. Like, look at this behind me. That's you know, I love that little, just like these little moments where you just get to see something that you just think is cool. And it's a small little thing, but that's kind of part of the whole exploration stuff, where you see something cool that you don't normally see, and it's exciting. So yeah. So I like that kind of stuff. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be nature, but nature is pretty awesome. So I think these like nature walks, or just like cool walks that I can find wherever I go, that's definitely going to be a part of things. Especially because I really do enjoy the walks where I get to just chat with you guys while I'm holding this. Oh, like look at that little guy, little butterfly. I saw a bunch of white butterflies. They're like white with spots, and they're larger than the small white guys. So I don't know on the specifics of that species, but they're cool. But yeah, so it's that kind of stuff that I enjoy. So far, what I've kind of come up with, you know, based on what we've talked about, is doing nature walks, which, you know, I'll have to get better at, like, nature walks over time. So far, I've only really limited them to like an hour or two at most. Like for this walk, I plan on, I don't know, probably like 45 minutes each way. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see how I'm feeling. But yeah. So nature walks, and then the reading. I do like the little book talk reading stuff that I'm doing. I got to chapter 600, and I don't know. The book, I'm just not feeling the book. I checked ahead to the last chapter that is updated, and you know, it's just the main character isn't really doing the exploration part that I wanted, and what was keeping me in there was the hope that he would explore a bunch as an official wizard, and it's like he didn't. He's just cooped up in his lab, which is fine. But like, I kind of hate how dark everyone is. So, you know, it's just not something I'm interested in reading. And I'll come back to it when it has another like 1,000 chapters. Oh no, poor little, I think that was a mole. Just a dead mole on the path. I think it was a mole. It was small like a rat, but had like little diggy claws. So I think it was a mole. Oh, aren't you so cute? Little chipmunk, hi. Oh my gosh. What a cool little guy. Yeah, so, you know, the normal squirrels, you got the smaller orange ones, and then the taller, larger gray ones. And then this distinctly was a chipmunk, because it had the stripes and the very orange fur. So, almost 100% sure that was a chipmunk, which is cool. But yeah, so the reading, I'm really liking the book talk stuff that I'm doing. I haven't posted any of it yet. I'm gonna do all the editing on between Saturday and Sunday. Probably upload everything and start rendering, and then do for like the normal stuff, and then do the editing for the book talk and the other stuff on the other day. But yeah, so that's cool. I enjoy that. So there's two avenues of stuff that I'm doing that I enjoy doing with you guys. The daily vlogs, I love that. I love the... Alright, here's a train. Or a train track, if you will. So you gotta check, and then just, you know, just walking across. I'm pretty sure that is still in use, that track specifically. So, you know, you gotta be careful whenever you're crossing train tracks to make sure that you don't hear anything, you don't see anything. These trains are very fast. So, if when in doubt, just wait. But anyway, yeah, so there's kind of a, I don't know if a foundation is the right word. I think foundation's fine. But I have 3 avenues with which I enjoy the recording aspect, and it isn't too much effort for me to do this, relative to like my enjoyment. So like, I'm not a big fan of editing things, which is why I try really hard to just, you know, leave in just me, you know. And sometimes I'll make mistakes. I'll do ums and ahs and all of that stuff. And yeah, it's like, okay, you know, I just do my thing. Yeah, I'm just looking at this path. I mean, this is cool. It's nice and open, which is also nice. But anyway, as I was saying, I kind of, I hope that these 3 parts that I like filming, I hope people like them. Man, it is really dark. I know that it's because I have the darker lens. I did bring the other lenses just in case. So, you know, it's kind of hard to know what the best amount of light is for this, because it is a little overcast. So it's not like the sun is beating down, but at the same time, most of the time, the glare brightens it up enough. Like right now, you know, I'm not completely under tree cover, and it's totally fine. So I think you guys are gonna have to just bear with the dark parts. But anyway, so as I was saying, I enjoy filming these. The editing it's a task, but like, it's fine at this point. It doesn't take me too much effort to do the editing. Now, I will say, if I want to make like high level edited videos, I don't think I'm going to want to do that. So I think I'm going to have to find someone to help me edit if I ever want to make like higher level videos like that. Like, I could see hiring someone to do like compilation, taking the raw footage of like my journey stuff and doing some sort of fun little collage of like places I've been later down the line. You know, I had this thought about like, what if I did a my journey, but it's only for, okay, I was thinking about like the 50 states thing. Oh, that's like a beehive just like on the ground. Okay, let me film it. I don't know if you guys see this. You see that? You can't tell. I don't want to get too close to it, but it looks like a nascent beehive, if you will. A very small guy. And then this is a cool little like stream. You can just sit down and you know, it's really cool. I'm also just retracing the steps that I've taken with when I walked with my sister. So I'm semi knowledgeable about what's going on here. So cute little bike trail. They got like biker only trails, which is cool. So but yeah, I don't know. I think I was thinking about having some sort of, oh God, what is it called? Like a 50 state tour thing I thought about, where I could go to every state and just experience what it's like there. And kind of track my progress. And so for something like that, when I'm done, having someone compile like a 50 state tour compilation video would be really cool. But that's kind of far off, so I'm not thinking about that too far into the future at the moment. But you know, Italy keeps calling, so Italy's probably still going to be the first place I visit. And I don't know what's going to go on after that. Yeah, there's the butterfly I was talking about. Yeah, this has been a pretty nice walk. Different scenery, different route. There's a cool little pond. I'll walk over there and then I think I'll go down this way. Because over there I think is where houses are or something. That's what my sister said. But yeah, so I was thinking about that. That would be cool. Past that, I don't really know. Infiltration pond. That's what this is called. Oh, what? Oh, it's like a... Oh, it's a... I guess someone was fishing in here. So this is cool. Cool little pond. Yeah, it's neat. Oh yeah, there's a little fish. Look at this little guy. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Can I get him? Not like get him, but like... I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, it's okay, little guy. Okay, I hope you guys saw that. I don't know. Trying to see if you can see it. It's really close. He's just swimming all the way up here. He's a little guy. It's cool. Huh. Okay, well, that was cool. I hope that the camera got it and it wasn't too dark. If it was too dark, sorry guys. I tried my best. I might be able to, you know, okay, I'm gonna risk overexposure for a second. Oh my god, it's so bad. I don't know if this is better or worse. So you can see this is without the filter. It looks so bad. Here, let me put you guys, get your sunglasses back on. All right, you guys are protected again from the sun. Here, let me clean you off. I don't know what that was, but maybe a duck or something. Huh. Okay, well, anyway, regardless, hopefully either overexposure or underexposure, you got to see the little fish that I saw. Which, I mean, I guess, to be fair, oh, there's a little grasshopper. Look at this guy. Look at this little guy. Oh my gosh, he's so fast. Sorry, super distracted. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff where it's like, I didn't expect to randomly see a bunch of grasshoppers and little fish guys. Yeah, that was cool. Think actually, you know, yeah, there is a bench over here. I think I'm actually going to take my pack off and get water from it, because it is important to get water. And it's like 80 degrees outside, even though there's cloud cover. So I just want to be extra careful, you know. Yeah, there's a bunch of random fishing stuff just laying out here. Oh, that does hit the spot though. You've been walking a while. I mean, it's only been like 33 minutes, but still, you've been walking. Get a nice sip of water. It's nice and cold because I don't know if I told you guys. Oh my god, it's so dark. It's gonna take a minute to... Come on. There you go. Okay. This is what I was talking about. There's like a bunch of fishing stuff. I don't know, someone was fishing here. Which is fine, whatever. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, right. Another thought here, and you know, feel free to let me know if you guys think you'd be interested in this. But I know it would cost extra to get a mobile Wi-Fi spot, like hotspot, that I could carry in my backpack, like the live streamers do. But you know, I was thinking maybe I could do live streaming of some of the journey stuff. I don't know if I'd actually want to do that, because that would require like a way different setup than what I currently have. I would have to have like chat on like a phone, so I could see what chat's saying. You know, obviously in the beginning wouldn't have much people to interact with, but I don't know. I could do streaming, I think, if it was just like walking around and doing what I'm normally doing, the videos, but just kind of talking to stream. Yeah, maybe like simulcast stream on Twitch and YouTube. But kind of the thing that I'm kind of iffy about is, number one, I don't know if I want to be that guy that randomly is like live streaming as people are walking past. So that's first. And second, I feel like I already kind of, like, it's not at the same level, and I understand that when you stream, there's a certain level of expectation of, you know, obviously I can just be a yapper. There's plenty of yappers that just chat about whatever. But I don't know, there's some hesitation I have around live streaming. So we'll see. I might try it out. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's something where as you kind of, or as I just kind of keep doing stuff like this, I'll begin to figure out what makes sense and what doesn't. Because I don't have to live stream. Releasing my vlog content every day is totally fine. So, I guess getting back to the, I don't know, the crux of the issue with what I was talking about with what do I enjoy. These plants are huge. Like, what the fuck? They're like spiky motherfuckers just like lining the whole thing. Anyway. So what do I enjoy aside from doing the reading, the walking, recording this kind of content? I mean, I enjoy video games. I really do. But there's kind of a level of competition that I enjoy when it comes to the actual, I don't know. Oh man, this is beautiful, by the way. I'll show you guys in a second. What a great, oh yeah. Like, this is a picturesque scene that's coming up here. This is the kind of stuff where it would be great to be able to experience this with someone else. Just sit here and enjoy each other's company while chatting about just random stuff. That'd be great. Okay, so here, let me, I think this is a good shot. So, all right. Look at this. How cool is that? It's just like the tree lining with the little lake, and you got a beautiful sky out there. What is that noise? Oh, ducks. Hello, little ducks. But yeah, super cool. So, you got the ducks off in the distance. I don't know what that fucking noise is, though. I've never heard ducks make that noise. Now, let's see if you guys can hear it. Yeah, what is that? It's so weird. I hear frogs. Man, there are so many dragonflies, it's insane. Look at them all. And what the fuck is that sound? Oh my gosh, look at that dragonfly. It's like black wings with the white body. There's so many of the blue guys. I don't understand what the fucking noise is. It's like there's like over there's some noise, and then over there's like a response almost. Yeah, see? I don't fucking get it. Is it a decent? Yeah, it's decent. I just want to make sure that you guys are seeing stuff. Like just all the dragonflies. It's so cool. They're all the sorts of different colors. All right, I think it's time to leave. But so yeah, I don't know what the plan is, whether I'm going to be doing live streaming or whatever. maybe I'll just do like live streaming with like gaming or something. Doing some like competitive games, or just like not even competitive games, like just whatever. Oh, see, so okay, train's coming, so we'll be missing the train, obviously, but yeah, this is why you gotta be careful about train tracks, and just, you know, be safe. Obviously, if you hear something like train horns, that's an obvious indicator that something's happening. So yeah, you can hear something. Yeah, it's coming past. It's very quiet. So this is where it's like, it's really easy. If you don't hear a horn and they're just passing through, you almost can't hear it unless you're paying attention. That would have been cool to actually catch on camera, but, you know, timing. This is just how it is sometimes. But I mean, I guess depending on how long the train is, I could see the tail end of it, but doesn't sound like a very long train. Yeah, it's already gone. And like that, it's just gone. Which again, it's like, you never really expect that kind of thing. So this is why you gotta just keep your ears open and look both ways before you cross the train. But I don't know. I like the gaming aspect. I like the competition. The thing I like is the ever-evolving. So the reason why competition is enjoyable is because there's this... Man, it's still going. What the fuck? That's crazy. That was a long ass train. What the fuck? Anyway, I enjoy, what I enjoy about the competition is the ever evolving metas and changes where you're figuring out a way to optimize your strategies while impeding your opponent's strategies. That's very enjoyable to me. Which is why, unfortunately, single player games tend to have a cap on how enjoyable they are for me, simply because once you've learned the optimal route to be able to just beat whatever it is that you're fighting, or, you know, for whatever it is, that's kind of it. You don't get like evolving opponents that pick and choose. You're like, oh, I have to, you know, counter that. They're doing this weird strat where they remove all my armor, so I gotta figure out a way to survive even without the armor. And then you slowly get better over time. That's the kind of stuff that I enjoy. So that's where it's like, I don't know what exactly I will necessarily... Oh, look at that guy, a little blackbird with red little shoulder pads on its wings. Okay, let me, I still got 20 minutes on my battery, but I think I'm gonna change it out now because I won't have to do it later. This is a good spot to change it. So, all right, I'm changing you guys out. Give me a second. Hello. The battery on this thing gets so hot. I'm like, oh fuck, I hope that, you know, it stays under the temperature it needs to just like combust or whatever. Because I know that's a real thing for lithium batteries. And I'm assuming this is a lithium battery. But yeah. Oh, there's a swallowtail. There's a lot of swallowtails in this area. Was commenting on that with my roommate the other day. So I also was doing some research on visas and what I need to do visa wise, and you know, really it's just dependent on the country. Like the UK, I can pretty, like, as far as I've been told, you know, you can kind of go from one country to another just like you do a state, as long as you have like passport and all that stuff. So just something to think about. Because I only have really like 5.5 weeks left to figure this stuff out. Especially like at the very least, if I'm going to be going to Italy, I 100% need to know what I'm going to be doing Italy for Italy's like visa stuff. If I need a, like, do I need a visa? Is it just show up? You know, what do I need for documentation? I'm assuming it's just a passport, but you never know. So that kind of stuff. I also would like to actually book a place. It's like fine to not have a place booked, but it just sucks like relative to just having a place booked. Oh, there's a little pupper. Hi, little pupper. Hi. Hi, how's it going? Hi there. Hi. Aren't you adorable?
Are you doing a tour?
Yeah, I'm just walking around and just seeing what I can see.
There's lots to see.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, good. The bench is still here. We haven't been here for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Years. Charlie, go get some water. Where'd he go?
I think
He might have just done that. Get some water.
this is a beautiful trail and beautiful area.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
Really good. Did you go over to the lake? And
Yeah, the lake. I saw like both the, I guess the one that's like right up to the left, and then go a little bit further down, and there's that like bigger lake or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
Ravensdale Lake. Yeah, that's very cool.
There's so many dragonflies there right now. I'm just like, oh wow, it's really cool. So,
That's fun.
but yeah.
Well, enjoy the rest
So
of
it's
your
exciting
walk.
to have the train
Thanks.
come by when you're kind of
Yeah,
close to-
I was gonna say the train did come by. I was like, what the heck? So
We've been on that little trail to the lake and the train is like from here to that post.
oh my gosh,
And that's
okay,
why it's like very exciting.
that is exciting. Yeah,
As long as you're not on the.
yeah, just don't be on the track.
Yeah, hello,
Yeah,
hello.
yeah.
Have a nice walk.
You too.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I don't know. I've been they were nice. Yeah, I just having that stuff figured out will be a big help. Just because if I if I do the YOLO strat, it does work. But God, the level of anxiety with that is so high. So just at least having a couple days booked somewhere, and then I can always extend my stay or whatever. That'd be nice. Figuring out accommodations. So, you know, keeping that in mind. I think something I kind of want to really consider is what, and I know this sounds a little silly, but it's like, what does gaming actually mean to me on a deeper level? Because if I strip away the nostalgia, because, you know, I grew up gaming. I grew up playing WoW, and, you know, before that, playing Diablo 2, and before even that, playing like Zelda and Duck Hunt, and you know, later on playing games like the Pokemon Snap not video, the Pokemon Snap game over at a friend's house, or Diddy Kong Racing, or, you know, Super Mario. These kinds of games, it's like there's a lot of nostalgia around them. And same with like the Final Fantasy franchise. And of course, Pokemon. I remember link cabling with friends to try and trade Pokemon on the playground in like 5th grade. 5th or 6th grade. I was like It was like 5th grade or 4th grade. But yeah. It's like indelibly there has been a mark that gaming has kind of put on me. And I imagine many other people have this similar mark that gaming has done. And it's like, what is this? What does this actually signify for me on a deeper level? How can I integrate my feelings for gaming and my thoughts and just that stuff? What can I do to kind of enjoy the best parts of gaming while not falling into the trap of being consumed by gaming, which is where a lot of my early childhood went. And adulthood, like, you know, teenage years through to like, you know, 25, 26. WoW was like, you know, I'd play that game 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'd want to hop back on. All right, I'm at the, before I continue with this gaming thing. All right, so I'm listening. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. All right, we're good. But yeah, so gaming for me has been I don't know, it's been really, well, helpful in allowing me to mentally survive, because it gave me an outlet to allow me to express myself in ways I felt was unsafe in the real world. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, talking with people, making friendships, that kind of stuff, and bonding over different quests, leveling up each other's characters, helping out, you know, PvPing, you know, all that stuff. Kind of the social aspect of WoW in the early years was so important for me. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have something like that to kind of focus on during those times when it was really, really tough. But just like anything, you know, I kind of used it as a means to cope and keep myself, is safe the right word? Keep my mind from breaking, I guess. Now later, it broke wide open, but yeah, that's definitely a mole. It has the little snout and the digger feet. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a responsible, healthy way of continuing my love of gaming But the problem is, there isn't really a game that really calls to me. There's nothing I'm like, oh my god, I want to play this game. Because, I don't know, MMOs take up too much time, realistically, if I want to be any good at it. And memorizing all sorts of stuff for the MMO means I'm not memorizing other things that could be way more useful for me. So like an example, I could play Final Fantasy XIV, or I could like learn a language, you know? Both require memorization, context, and, you know, building up a repertoire of stuff in order to like functionally operate. But on the one hand, you're playing an MMO, and on the other, you learn a new language. Now, I've always struggled with languages, not because I couldn't do it, but because I inevitably tried to speedrun it and not really learn, just memorize to make it through the test. These cute little butterflies. And inevitably, because I did it that way, I just didn't succeed. Because that's not how you learn. That's how you beat a test. And the point of learning a language is not to beat the test. It's to use it in practical skills. I just saw some snake skin just on the ground. So what does that really leave us? For video gaming, it cannot be something I dedicate my all every day to. Because if I do that, I will just inevitably get absorbed into the game. And, you know, that's how I lost. I say lost. I didn't lose anything per se, but that's how I consumed time incredibly fast. You know, I'm 37 and I'm like, holy fuck, I'm almost 40. Like, what do I you know, what happened? It's like I was 20 and then suddenly I blink and now I'm here. And, you know, 40 is effectively the halfway mark for the average human. Assuming that nothing changes where we can extend our life or whatever. And so, while it's something that I definitely need to pay attention to, you know, obviously shouldn't over analyze, oh my god, I've already spent half my life, right? Instead, I should understand and figure out what I want to do with this new half where I have a greater understanding of reality. and a greater understanding of myself. And I don't think playing video games 24/7 is the way I want to spend that second half. You know? I just feel like I'll be missing out on a lot if I just coop myself up in my room and effectively box myself off from the world. So, but at the same time, I don't want to pretend that it never existed, the roots of gaming. And I do enjoy gaming. So I have to find some sort of balance to where, like, an example, maybe on the weekends, that's my gaming time. Or, you know, I play a little bit every couple days, you know. But more importantly than that, I keep coming back to this idea that, like, I need to leave most of my time open. And I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if it's like a wish fulfillment thing, an intuition thing. Like, it feels right that I leave things open, where I don't plan my day out meticulously. But at the same time, it just leaves me feeling kind of like anxiety ridden on, well, what am I gonna do if I'm not planning things? So you know, it's the cycle. I recognize it's a cycle of thinking. And it's something that I'm working on, just being okay with not knowing. You know, obviously, I have a general direction of Italy. But all the specifics, who the fuck knows? I keep putting off asking my uncle about the family stuff over there. So I definitely want to do that. It would be cool to actually meet distant relatives from Italy. That would be sick. I felt that bug. Either like swing across or land on my head or whatever. But yeah. So I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see. Trying to think of, is there anything else that I truly enjoy doing aside from what I listed? I'm not too sure. How's it going? It's a beautiful day.
It is. It really is.
Well, we're close to being back to the car, so that's cool. We're like 10 minutes away, something like that. I will say, after the first couple minutes, the backpack hasn't felt that bad. And I have a laptop in there, my first aid kit, I have the water bottle on the side, and then like some extra just random doodads. So I think overall backpack success. I think it's just I haven't worn a backpack in so long that it just is taking me a little bit to get used to that extra pressure. But yeah, so is there anything else that I love or enjoy? You know, okay, I'll say it. I think it's funny as fuck to watch, like last night I was watching Master Yoshi's or John's birthday stream from OTV. And they were playing the Mecha Chameleon game. It was so funny. Like, he has a very funny way of just like the way his brain works in that game. He's so funny. And like, I don't know, stuff like that where like certain streamers or VTubers or whatever, I do like watching the live streams or the VODs. I think it's fun. So, you know, I think there's something to be said about that. Now, I need to blow my nose. Also, we're just about here. Oh. To the parking lot. I do enjoy streamers. Well, I spend a ton of time watching streamers. No, I think they're kind of my favorite secondary content of like, you know, there's like Willjum, who does like Rust videos that I really enjoy. He's really good at storytelling. And then there's like, there's the different, there's a couple VTubers, again, like Kumi. It's really funny. And then like Aqua's also pretty funny too. She does her like meme stuff. Her with like, her and Krelly, they just got like a realness and they're just, you know, funny. Aqua's a little more like on the side of, I don't know. She's got her own thing going on, but anyway, my point is, I enjoy listening and watching them while I'm like playing a video game and kind of de-stressing or while I'm... The fuck was that? Thought it was a rattlesnake at first. That was so weird. But anyway, we're here. But yeah, I enjoy that kind of content as like side content, and they're like perfect secondary monitor stuff while I'm like editing videos or uploading, where I have to kind of stay at the computer, but also I want to kind of relax while I'm doing other things. So, you know, they're definitely going to be a part of my life. I just don't know how much they will be. So, you know, keeping that in mind. And then, aside from that, I'm not really sure. Like, there is kind of a hole where friends should be, because, you know, my current roommates have kind of been the only friends I've consistently interacted with over the past, you know, several years. So I definitely, I want, you know, the soul family to kind of fill that void that inevitably me being off on my own is gonna have. And I don't really know what form that's gonna take. And then there's the whole partner thing, where assuming that the partner shows up at some point, I feel like she's gonna be a really big part of my life. So, you know, it's like all of these little side pieces, they, I don't know, they just don't have, they're kind of like little small pieces that I have surrounding this open space that I've been slowly excavating. And this open space really, I know I'm meant to do it this way, but having it open where there's just nothing there sucks. So, you know, I just hope that I'll be able to see what comes up out of that. And I think, you know, the peripheral stuff that I've been talking about is a lot of things. It's just, they're like core to the average everyday, but there's tons of space in between all of that. And currently I've been just using video games as a stopgap. Video games and extra streams and stuff that I watch as a means to kind of temporarily fill that void. Because I know that it's meant to be open for whatever comes next. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I think it was a good chat. I think I really do need to spend a lot more time working on the compression of the stuff. I've been kind of just putting it off. Just the random bullshit that's still in my room. I just know that it's gonna feel more certain that I'm leaving when I do that. And even though I know that I'm leaving 100%, it doesn't feel real yet. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, I guess I'll just see what happens. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I don't know if I'm gonna do a video tonight or not. I probably will. If I don't, you know, thanks, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye. Hello. It is 8:55, not 12 p.m. And I'm just doing the evening check-in. After I got back, I read a little bit. I then recorded... No, I think... Sorry, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the order. I'm pretty sure I read my book first to chapter like 700 or 600 or something. And then got just like, I was so done with that book. So I recorded my video on that. Then I went for my walk, which you guys saw. And when I got back, I chilled for a little bit. I found a new book, recorded the, like, you know, I read like 2 paragraphs of the first chapter. I'm like, okay, this is good enough. Went on a little tangent while I was doing the intro to the book, talking about like, you know, the ethics of like translated novels and all of that stuff. The book looks interesting, and it's gonna give me at least like, I don't know, like 100 hours worth of reading. So that'll last probably a week or two. Probably like 2 or 3 weeks at this point, because I'm trying not to do like 40 or 50 hours of reading a week. Just as I've talked about the whole not doing too much when it comes to the video game aspect, I also don't want to do too much in the reading aspect, because I've gone down that path as well. And I get really disillusioned if I do too much reading. So there's like the balance. Ended up seeing this reading that, like, it was actually kind of freaky how like accurate the reading was. It just kept like it even there was this one moment that just keeps coming back to me where she was doing, oh, there's like, you know, you got 10 pentacles plus the 2 of pentacles, that's 12 pentacles, so maybe 12 is significant. Wait, oh, there's 13 pentacles. And it was really funny because in my head I'm like, okay, well, it's not 13 pentacles, so it's probably not like necessarily directed at me. And then immediately after I thought that, she corrected herself and pointed out that the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles had a pentacle on the card, and so, oh look, now it's 13 pentacles. I was like, what the fuck? So like things like that, or like every time I was about to like kind of drift away from the reading because I was like, I don't know, something of significance for me specifically would show up. So like the she was doing the reading, and then because the thing is, the reading, it was talking about some sort of like judgment that has been called on like effectively someone or something, basically someone being kind of removed from my orbit. So at first I was like, oh, who is that? Like, and you know, I have some thoughts on maybe who I think maybe it is, but at the same time, it's like, hasn't really been happening, or maybe it has, because I have noticed some like distancing and, you know, all this stuff. So, but regardless, it's like, it was a very bizarre reading. So yeah, and you know, these things happen where I'll be like, whoa, this is so scarily accurate in this very moment. So any of those, I just bookmark in the, I have like a specific tab that I bookmark things in for that. So within YouTube, it's a playlist that I make. It's just a private playlist, but anyway, I was also thinking about how I think the thing for me that... Oh, and just before I say what I was about to say, the last thing on the reading, it was really funny because at the very end of the reading, the person's like, okay, what's the result of this person? Like how are they doing? What's the end result here? And it was like, it vomited out all the things I've been seeing, all the specific cards I've been seeing across, like, you know, the reader I saw last week and any of the previous readings I've seen over the past couple months. And it's like, oh, there's the lovers. Oh, there's the judgment card. Oh, there's the you know, the high priestess. Oh, there's the this. Oh, there's the death card. Oh, there's the, you know, it's like, okay. Oh, there's the Wheel of Fortune card. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like at the very end it just went bleh. It was very funny. So yeah, just things like that. You know, I can never like really explain how bizarre it feels to just have that happen repeatedly across like 10 or 15 different like readers, where, you know, I'll be like questioning, and then, you know, I'll be like, you know, I'm feeling a little struggling on this, like the faith and the spirituality stuff, and then boom, reading, and it's like, we're still here, you know, things are still happening, you're just in that weird interim time, you know, just relax and keep doing your thing. I'm like, okay, fine. But yeah, so but anyway, what I was going to say is, I think the thing for me that is both frustrating and just something that I'm like, I want some more concrete, like, stuff to happen to me, in a positive way, that, like, I don't know, like, I know it's all about divine timing, so I'm not, you know, I'm not really like, I'm not trying to push things along or try to force things to happen. It's just more of like, the reason it's so hard for me is because there's nothing, like, in a concrete sense, where it doesn't feel like there's anything concrete happening. And I know it's all in the background, and it's like, the thing is, I'm aware this is part of the, like, the thing I'm learning is to, like, keep the faith in myself and my journey and what I'm doing when there's nothing. When nothing in the physical world says you're doing the right thing, but I still hold on to and continue to do my path regardless. That's what I'm being taught here. And so it's like, I get it. And, you know, it's like I'm along for the ride. Obviously, I'm making decisions, so it's not like I have no free will. It's just more of like the rails for all that's happening is such that I just need to stay on the rails. I could hop off the rails, but, like, stay on the rails and you'll be fine. And just, you know, just listen. You know? Listen and let the rails just guide. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it. So, yeah. But doesn't mean it's not, doesn't give its challenges to do that. But I know that this is important because, so it's kind of, okay, here, I've probably mentioned this before, but the way I understand it is sticking to my guns and following the path when things do change, it'll be all the more like confirmation for me that you stuck through the part that felt scary and that felt like things weren't going to happen and all of this stuff, because it was like, okay, are you going to fall back to the stuff, to the past stuff, or is this truly what you're wanting? And so, you know, again, it's kind of like everything is leading up to that moment, and all before that is the preparation and the building of the faith in the intuition and this discernment, and just kind of, you know, again, just learning what it is that the engine internally that works for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing it, and we'll just see what happens. I believe it or not, I'm incredibly excited to just see how everything turns out. It's scary, but also exciting because, oh my gosh, like, there's gonna be so much crazy shit going on. So I'm just enjoying the, like, few moments I have here in the space. I've kind of, like, inside out reversed how I feel about the space, where instead of it being like, oh, this is like, you know, the gilded cage or the golden cage that I kind of put myself in, where it's nice, but, like, obviously, you know, I want to be outside the cage, and the door's open and I'm kind of out of the cage, but I'm still looking back in the cage like, oh, but that was such a nice place, you know? And so I'm just enjoying the remaining time I have and just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, which is, you know, the videos and figuring out the different little niche things so that I can have like some base structure while being super flexible. And yeah, it's the balancing and the purging and the this and the that. So yeah, but anyway, I guess I don't really have much else to say, but yeah, have a good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. All right, bye.